Hey everyone, TJ Hernandez here, and I'm the founder of RosterCoach.com, a classroom-style, video-based website that's designed to help you improve your daily fantasy sports game. Today's preview is from a lesson explaining how to select your pitchers in MLB DFS tournaments. If you like this video, please like and share it, and don't forget to leave a comment below.
So I have this import HTML formula you can see up here that pulls from Fangraphs, and I basically made a custom report with different stats that I like to look at. Some of them I'm not too keen on anymore, but having them all in one spot with my custom report really allows me to analyze different pictures and kind of feel it out. So every day I get the list of pictures and put them in this column down here. You can see the column U, and then I have a formula in column T that basically will match all the pitchers in column B. And as you can see here, I have pulls the entire list of anybody that's pitched at least 1/3 of an inning, and it'll match up with these. So basically all I'm going to do is I'll filter them out, and I'll have the 30, well, however many pitchers that are pitching that day. Now the one problem with this is this sheet, because it's got an import formula to it. You can't sort anything, so obviously that's a bit of an issue if you want to sort best to worst of different stats. So what I generally do is I will copy all the pitchers that are pitching that day and post them into this spreadsheet, just so it's just the 30 names, and each of the columns, like you can now sort by the different columns, and kind of it's a lot more customizable this way. Other than that, the only other thing I add manually is average exit velocity and average distance in feet for the pitchers that are pitching on a given slate, because those are not as readily available on Fangraphs, and I use baseballsavant.mlb.com, and you can go to the StatCast, and I set it as 0 batted ball events, and I just copy and paste these in to my spreadsheet, and then use the same formula just to filter out the current pitchers, which you'll see here. So as you can see, I have the filter already on, so it just filters everything out. So once again, I can just use the columns that I want the most, the average exit velocity and average distance, and again, just so I have one spreadsheet all in one spot, I don't have to be clicking back and forth. I have all the numbers that I want to look at. I guess the first thing I'm going to look at is different things for strikeouts, because as much as obviously wins are important for daily fantasy, because you get the extra 6 points on FanDuel plus 4 points for a quality start, and then you obviously get the 4 points on DraftKings. Strikeouts really are the most valuable asset. I mean, 2 strikeouts on DraftKings is equal to a win, and on FanDuel, 2 strikeouts again is equal to a win. But then there's also obviously the four possible points for a quality start. Pitchers that go deep in innings and have the potential to strike out a lot of bats are always going to have the most upside. So the 3 different numbers I've got here that I like to look at the most are strikeouts per 9 innings, swing strike rate, and just flat out strikeout rate. So the strikeout rate is obviously the number of batters that they strike out, and this tells most of the story. Obviously, if you're striking out batters, that's great, but this doesn't necessarily factor in different strike zones for umpires, because getting called out on strikes can be different game to game based on the ump that's there. So one stat I really like to look at is the swinging strike rates, because this is the percentage of bats that they swing at. Guys that have high swinging strike rates are ones that I'll focus on more. I don't want to say more. This indicates how that they're making pitches that guys are whiffing at. So for instance, obviously Max Scherzer absolutely dominates. 15.6 swinging strike rate is pretty incredible, but I mean everyone would assume that. But the one name that might stand out a little bit is Sean Manaea. You can see here he's got a 15.1% swinging strike rate, which I'm sure most people would never expect. So it's sometimes numbers like this stick out that might help you get maybe a lower owned high upside pitcher for tournaments, which is why I like to have all this in one spot, and I have it conditionally formatted, obviously dark green being the best, dark red being the worst.